It's Here First from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. Last night, a federal commission met about a nuclear power plant in eastern Iowa and taking a look at the growing gender pay gap for Iowa state employees. It's Wednesday, April 15th. Happy Tax Day. Representatives from the Federal Nuclear Regulatory Commission say their inspection processes of a nuclear power plant in eastern Iowa are not changing following executive orders aimed at speeding up the processes. IPR's James Kelly has more.
The executive order signed by President Donald Trump last year directs the NRC to be more efficient and reduce unnecessary burdens. April Wynn is overseeing the NRC's inspections of the Duane Arnold Energy Center near Cedar Rapids. She says the inspection process, which includes verifying the nuclear plant's components and equipment for safe operation, is not going to change because of the executive order.
Fundamentally, we want to make sure that all the systems and components that prevent accidents from happening, that would mitigate those potential accidents, and those barriers between the plant and the public are still intact.
Wynn says her team has already started looking at the structural integrity of the plant's reactor vessel. I'm James Kelly, IPR News.
Minors would have to get a parent's permission to receive vaccines that prevent sexually transmitted infections under a bill that's on its way to the governor's desk. IPR's Katerina Sostarek reports.
State law allows minors to get health care related to the prevention and treatment of STDs without a parent's permission. But a bill passed by the legislature would remove minors' ability to get vaccinated against HPV and hepatitis B without a parent's permission. Both vaccines have been shown to prevent certain types of cancer. Republican Representative Austin Harris of Moulton says the bill is just ensuring parents can provide consent for their child to receive these vaccines, similar to all other vaccines.
And no one is questioning the efficacy of the vaccine. It's effective. I agree with that. Put it on the record. Put it in the journal. I don't care. But if it's so great, then it should be pretty easy to convince the parent to do this for the child.
Democratic Representative Austin Baith says lawmakers should be doing more to prevent cancer instead of taking prevention tools away. I'm Katerina Sostarek, IPR News.
A proposal making its way through the Iowa Senate would set new state standards for the extraction of hydrogen from rocks and underground reservoirs. Lawmakers say initial tests indicate there's a large pool of hydrogen sitting underneath Iowa soil. If the bill becomes law, Iowans who own property on top of a pool of underground hydrogen would be compensated. However, in order to drill for hydrogen, a company would need approval from 25% of the people who own land above the hydrogen pool. Roxana Buck-Mohammadi is with U.S. Hydrogen Alliance, a nonprofit trade group for the hydrogen industry.
And this is actually a special interest bill run by one company in an anti-competitive way that will hurt Iowans.
She says the bill will benefit the company Coloma, a hydrogen exploration company that's been operating in the state since 2022. A lobbyist for the company says the bill is like what other states have done. The gender pay gap for Iowa's state employees has grown to 14%. That's according to a data analysis by the Des Moines Register. For fiscal year 2025, the median income for a state of Iowa employee was $56,545, a 6% increase over the prior year. The median income for a male employee was more than $8,000 higher than the median income for a female employee, which is nearly $4,000 less than the overall median. The gap between men and women has widened over the past 5 years. In 2020, it was 7%, and now it's 14%. The Des Moines Register analysis also found women make up about 60% of the state's public workforce, but only 17 are among Iowa's 100 highest paid employees. You're listening to Here First from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. Thanks for listening. Hope you got all that tax stuff figured out, and have a great Wednesday.